We know and are extremely excited for Flight Simulator to come to the Xbox Series X and S this year. If you've had a chance to play the game on PC, you know it's an absolute masterpiece. You'd also know that it's super demanding on your computer, and to play that game at the highest fidelity requires a fairly ballsy PC setup. And so the question remains, will Microsoft Flight Simulator make an appearance on the Xbox One? I mean, the Xbox One does have a large player base, and ideally you'd like to get the game into as many hands as possible. Well, head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, George Newman, has suggested to Eurogamer that the game won't be available for the last gen console at launch this summer, but says that it may still arrive sometime down the line. Here's what he said. I guess it's a timing thing. Obviously memory matters. Certainly on ultra settings you do need a big PC. Well, that's a lot more memory than what you had on an Xbox One. So it's a journey. Like most things, you know, let's get the Xbox Series X and S versions done, and then we'll look ahead after that. We never close doors, and there are other options, though it's a little bit too early to talk about it. So let's talk about whether or not this actually is going to be a thing. Is Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to the Xbox One? Before we do, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. We're the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. We're dropping videos every single week. We've got a podcast, an Xbox podcast, that we stream live right here on this channel every single Friday, so make sure you hit that notification bell and be informed when we go live. So is Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to Xbox One? I'm going to be frank here, I don't think we will. I don't think we're going to see that. I don't think it's coming to the Xbox One. I don't think we're going to get an Xbox One version of the game. Again, it just requires too much in resources that the Xbox One just doesn't have. If you've played it on your PC, you don't even have to be on ultimate setting. It is a resource hog. It's a beautiful game. It's an amazing game, but just the nature of the game, it takes a lot to run it. Now, having said that, just because we're not getting an Xbox One version of the game, it doesn't mean that you won't one day be able to play the game on your Xbox One device. Remember, Xbox is all in on the xCloud. With xCloud technology, you don't need to have the resources on your box to play hardware-demanding games. You just need to be able to stream the gameplay to your box to enjoy it. Now, I don't think xCloud is there yet, but I do think by the end of this generation, it will be. If you've had the chance to use xCloud, you know that it works pretty good. There's minimum lag, and the experience is pretty decent at this point. Now, if you remember George Newman, in his quote, he did say there are other options, though it's a bit too early to talk about. I think those other options that he's talking about is xCloud. So while I personally don't think the Xbox One will ever get its own version of Flight Simulator, I do think xCloud will. You combine that with the Game Pass and you will be able to one day enjoy transatlantic flights from 30,000 feet above the earth on your Xbox One, your tablet, or even your phone. And that's the beauty of the future of the Xbox xCloud. That's the beauty of the future of xCloud combined with Game Pass. Imagine being able to play any game on Game Pass on any device that you have anywhere in the world via xCloud. The technology, again, I don't think is quite there yet, but I think it is coming, and it's very, very exciting. So to summarize, I don't think we're ever going to get an Xbox One version of the game. It's just not functional. George Newman did talk about other options that it's a little bit too early to talk about, and I think that other option is the xCloud. And I think I'm very excited. The future of gaming is exciting. The future of Xbox is exciting. And xCloud is one reason why. Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think, is a console seller. I think it's going to sell the Xbox Series X. If you've ever played the game on PC, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's amazing. And supposedly, when it comes to the Series X, Microsoft is saying we're not going to see any difference. It's going to be ultra settings on the Series X gameplay, which is absolutely amazing to be able to have that on a console, and very, very exciting. And that's it for today's video, everybody. I want to know what you think. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, share this video on social media, and tell your friends about the channel. Make sure you do hit the notification bell and be notified whenever a new video drops and when we stream the weekly podcast live right here on this channel every single Friday. If you'd like to further support the channel, hit the join button where you will get access to exclusive emotes, channel badges, and additional content. Again, thank you very much for watching, guys. I love hanging out with you, and I'll see you guys next time.